Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the only YouTuber you can trust because I have a Lambo in the background.
Knowledge.
Come on, guys. It's basic math. You can trust me because I have a Lambo and I'm crypto mining in the background. That's how you know I'm trustworthy. Today, I want to talk about Linus Tech tips, guys. He recently made a video on crypto mining, which I thought I should address because there's kind of two layers to this. I don't know if you call it like a YouTuber controversy, but only one layer has actually been addressed. And there's a way more important piece, which is being swept under the rug right now. It's the part that Linus Tech Tips didn't tell you about in an 8-minute sponsor video or in the statement that he released since then. But before I get into this video, look, I just want to say in advance, super important caveat. I'm quite familiar with Linus Tech Tips' work. I'm a fan, like not a computer fan, a real fan. And as such, I'd be remiss if I didn't contextualize this video with the fact that I think you can still trust Linus Tech Tips. I think for the most part, they do really good, deep work, especially for a channel who manages to also be so prolific. So I'm saying this because I think that even the best YouTube channels can make mistakes. And I think it's important to distinguish between good actors who make mistakes and bad actors who are intentionally misleading you for profit. I don't think that's the case here. So I want to be clear that they're the former, not the latter. Okay, with that said, we gotta go from the beginning, okay? Recently, Linus Tech Tips, again, caught you up, popular tech YouTube channel, released a video called Mine Crypto Before It's Too Late.
Do you like money? Better yet, do you like free money? Even if you're running an older PC, it could be worthwhile for you to start mining while your system is idle.
Now, this video received immediate backlash, and that's because this video was sponsored and entirely about NiceHash, a service that can help you mine crypto with that fancy new gamer graphics card of yours, okay? But the first layer of this fail is that Linus Tech Tips is actually notoriously against large-scale crypto mining, even putting out a heavily critical video called NVIDIA Doesn't Care About Gamers because of their decision with the crypto mining cards. So this led many people in his comment section to see this video, this new video, as hypocritical, which is like encouraging crypto mining, and everyone's saying, oh, you've become the very thing you swore to destroy. And this is the part of it which he has addressed. He says in a statement, read today's video. Thank you for your comments. There's no denying the environmental impact of mining and the product shortages it contributes to. But this video does not advocate for that kind of large-scale commercial mining that does the majority of the harm. This video is already out there. We aren't going to paper over it. But with that in mind, I read you loud and clear, and we will think carefully about partnerships in the mining space moving forward. Linus, okay? Now, to many people, like the story ends here, but it doesn't. It gets much deeper. And ironically, the statement is actually papering over the more concerning and serious issue here, which is that in an 8-minute commercial for NiceHash, Linus never mentions the most important piece of information for anyone thinking of associating themselves with NiceHash, which is that their founder is a convicted cyber criminal who has served 4 years and 10 months for cyber crimes and in 2019 became wanted in the United States. Let me let that settle in. That was never mentioned in a sponsored video for NiceHash, that's their founder. See, NiceHash's founder created a malicious malware called the Butterfly Botnet, which was designed to steal data, online banking passwords, and other sensitive information. And it also became like one of the largest botnets in history. Yes, that's the founder of NiceHash. That's who we're talking about here. We're going to refer to him as MS. I'll put his name on screen. I'm just going to butcher it if I try to pronounce it. But to be clear, like this is not a small omission. Like, oops, I forgot to mention that they got a speeding ticket back in the day. No. It's massive. And it rubs me in the wrong way because in the video, Linus Tech Tips mentions full disclosure and mentions a hacking scandal NiceHash has had in the past while failing to disclose the founder's full history.
Now, in the interest of full disclosure, NiceHash was actually hacked a couple of years ago. However, unlike most other services and exchanges, they actually used their own money to eventually pay back everyone who had any crypto go missing in full during the attack, which is actually the only reason that we were comfortable working with them on this project. Because remember, guys, it's not your mistakes that define you, it's how you handle the fallout after.
It's like saying full disclosure, hey, Jeffrey Epstein, he's been known to get a little flirty. But you never mentioned the actual full history. And you know, past criminality doesn't mean someone is a criminal today. The sketchy history with MS is from the late 2000s, but it is absolutely relevant to know if you're going to put money and install software from a dude who has gone to jail for creating software that helps people steal money. right? Like if you're interviewing the future head of security for like a bank and they don't tell you that they have a rap sheet for robbery, that's ridiculous. That's absurd. Again, doesn't mean you can't hire the person, but you, the viewer or the hirer, deserve to know that, right? You deserve to know that piece of information. And Linus Tech Tips did a sponsored piece and never gave that out. And the statement doesn't even mention it. Instead, it's been turned into, oh, I hear you about this environmental issue, which is important but misses the bigger point. And look, I get it. This video might be shared around the NiceHash community, so let me quickly familiarize you with some of their talking points about the founder, because this is not the first time this has come up. He's addressed it, and they have their ways of kind of talking their way around this. And I want to address them just so you're fully informed. According to one of his interviews, MS basically says he's an innocent guy caught up with some trouble. He says, I've never been a hacker. It's just a big misunderstanding. I'm just a programmer. I've never busted in anywhere or stole anything at all. I was told that I wrote a software that was used by others for evil purposes. What a sweetheart. This is a massive dodge though. The truth is that MS was the founder and administrator of DIDN, which is described as, quote, the most prolific English-speaking cyber criminal forum to date. And on that forum, which he created, he also created the Butterfly bot, which he advertised on that forum, according to the US indictment, as being undetectable by many antivirus packages. He also advertised that the software had the capability to steal sensitive information, including usernames and passwords for banks and other financial institutions from users of Firefox, Internet Explorer web browsers, and included DDoS features. So let's be clear. MS is claiming he innocently created a program that was repurposed for bad thing. Like he was just a good guy. When in actuality, he ran a cyber criminal forum and sold the bot on that forum, which was designed to be used for evil purposes and was advertised as such. So this dodge is nothing but clever PR. And this strategy, by the way, of plausible deniability is also nothing new for MS. A screenshot from the now defunct website shows you even back then how he described his cyber criminal forum. Let's bring it up. Check this out. You guys are gonna love this, dude. Look at this. So it goes, welcome to DIDN, international marketplace for sewing machines and other legal stuff. This is how they describe what Europol described as like the most prolific cyber criminal forum. An international marketplace for sewing machines and other legal stuff. So you should know that context when now his new tagline is, I was never a hacker. I was a programmer, right? I didn't do anything. It was other people. Yeah, right. And Pablo Escobar sells phones now, right? In conclusion, is NiceHash a trustworthy website? Has MS reformed his ways, cleaned up his act in the last few years? Has he learned his lesson in jail? And do the past actions of a founder dictate like the goals, and do they taint the future projects they have? I have no idea. Look, I'm not saying you should distrust NiceHash. Whether you do or not is a personal decision. What I am sure of, though, is that you deserve to know the history of the company's founder before putting your computer in the hands of a guy who bragged that his malware could evade detection from antiviruses, right? And to Linus Tech Tips specifically, I'm pretty sure that things just slipped through the cracks here and due diligence was just missed on this one. I mean, I think that's the only way that can explain the lack of disclosure here, is that Linus simply wasn't aware. But what I can't get away from is that this is a huge miss, and that even though I'm sure like they're putting up infrastructure to make sure a massive disaster never happens like this again, I do think it's worth saying that like his statement is definitely missing the point on this. If Linus wasn't aware of NiceHash's history before, he definitely is now. And the fact that he didn't make that part of his statement makes it seem like he was doing the opposite of what he claims to be doing in his statement, which is papering over a mistake, right? Instead, he's saying like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, we'll just learn from it in the future. But it seems like you're papering over a bigger mistake by admitting to a smaller one. That being said, I still like his tech videos. I'll continue to watch them, and I'll continue to take him as an authoritative source on non-sponsored videos. In the end, for you, the viewer, it's a great lesson that no one's infallible. Not me, not Linus Tech Tips, no one. And that you should do your own research. I hope this has helped explain the whole situation with NiceHash, and whatever you guys decide to do, mine crypto or not, you have all the facts. I wish you the best. And yeah, that's basically it. See you in the next one.
I know what you mean. This ain't what it seemed. Nothing but a trick, trying to sell me on a dream, but that was where you lost me. Wake up and smell the coffee.